Hello friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. We are going to take a tour around the garden center and the gardens to see what is growing, blooming, and thriving here in Creekside Nursery, Dallas, North Carolina, Zone 8A. Man, happy Monday, everybody. We had a great weekend here at the garden center. On Saturday, we had our friend Greg Newald, who is the owner of Power Planter. He flew down from Illinois, did a workshop for us. A lot of you were asking if we would film that, so we did. So on Wednesday, make sure you check it out because we're going to do kind of a behind the scenes, day in the life. You're going to see what happened here on Saturday and get to hear from the man himself, Greg, as he led the workshop. So we'll have that for you on Wednesday, so make sure that you check that out. But yes, spring has sprung here in North Carolina. I mean, the gardens, right? We have been spending a lot of time here in the gardens lately. The annuals are doing great. I mean, look at them. There you go. Just planted them up last week. We have had the irrigation running because we have been in the upper 80s, and so we have overhead irrigation here. Of course, I watered them in really well when we first planted them, and they have not missed a beat. They are happy. I'm sitting here looking at the ones right in front of me. They are happy. They are perky. The pollinators are already coming to them. Grand success. And then of course the perennials and the shrubs. I mean, look at this pink profusion salvia right there. You can see it from a distance. It is beautiful. The boom chocolate geraniums, they too are just fabulous and loving life. And then as we pan again, we have the double play candy corn spireas. You see that chartreuse right there? Yes, my friends, that is what those are. And yeah, it's just everything is coming along and is absolutely beautiful. So let's go over here and see what some of the offerings are at the garden center, how everything is doing there, the shrubs, try to find some things maybe we haven't talked about. All right, also, this is your PSA. If you do not know, Mother's Day is this coming Sunday. So for the lady in your life, whether she is your biological mother or not, but that lady in your life who has poured into you or your family or your kids, let's give her a little something to say thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. We see all that you're doing, and so we want to say thank you. So we have lots of options for you here at Creekside if you want to come. Also, maybe you're like, well, Jenny, I love Creekside and I would love to, come shop, but I live across the country, or I live here, or I live there. Well, guess what? We do gift cards. So you can go online and you can do a gift card for whatever amount that you want to do. It's all electronic, and so they can shop online, redeem that gift card, and there you go. So you can send some Creekside love, even if you are not close and you can't come to the garden center. That is all right as well. So one thing that I am thinking of right away, well, there's lots of things, but let me show you some of these gorgeous shrubs. That would be a great way to remember. In fact, somebody just said, I saw on today on YouTube, they were like, we were talking about doing the Kousa dogwoods in the garden, and her daughter gave her one of the Scarlet Fire Kousas, and she's like, my daughter gave it to me, so every time I look at it, I think of her. So that's the beautiful thing about getting plants, is that yes, we love cut flowers. I'm a girl that loves a beautiful arrangement of cut flowers, but I also, I mean, they only last for so long, right? A hydrangea, a shrub, whatever it may be, a tree, it will last for years. And so every time they look at it, they will think of you. So let's talk about some of these gorgeous shrubs. I flipped around, and of course we have some beautiful pugster butterfly bushes here, which would be great, right? They bloom nonstop once they start blooming. Pollinators love them. But can you see my little friend? He's the little brown guy right here. So we have tons of little lizards, anoles, all sorts of things here at the nursery. It is a sign of a very healthy garden because, of course, they eat the bugs. And so if you have an abundance of your, whether it's frogs or lizards or whatever it may be, if you have an abundance of those in your garden, you know you have a very healthy garden. So our little friend is right there. We are going to leave him alone. But the pugster butterfly bushes, this happens to be pinker that's right here. Great way for continuous blooms in your full sun garden that of course your butterflies and your other pollinators absolutely love. Yes, you can be planting hydrangeas right now. We've got tons of panicle hydrangeas for you. So if mama loves hydrangeas, that is a great way to go. But right now, I was talking to Cece earlier in the week, and she said, if these do not sell, shame on y'all. Look at these reminiscent crema roses. Oh my gosh, y'all. These are gorgeous. Proven Winners describes it as like a creamy buttermilk color, and they smell. I wish you could smell them right now. They are massive. These are huge blooms that smell divine. They are a gorgeous, gorgeous bloom. Look at that. Of course, your roses do love the full sun. So that means 6 hours of sun, preferably. This is going to be a shrub rose. So it's going to be in that 3-ish foot range, and you can put it in a large pot. I have several different kinds of roses in pots. They do well in pots. Obviously, you can put it in the landscape as well. And yes, even if you have clay soil, you can put it in that. But this is just full of blooms, beautiful, like I said, beautiful fragrance. Definitely, y'all need to come get these roses for sure. Hanging baskets, of course, hanging baskets are a great way to add that instant pop of color. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. The water trough here, those plants really aren't planted. They're hanging baskets that we nestle down into the soil. So what you can do is buy a hanging basket, pop it out of the container, and then plant it. Yeah, so that's actually a faux planting. But isn't it gorgeous? Love it for sure. We have got wisteria. Now, this is not the invasive wisteria. This is not the one that overtakes the entire trees and forest. And so this is, let me find, this is Amethyst Falls, and a beautiful, like if you have a pergola, you have a gazebo, a trellis, an arch that you want to cover, then Amethyst Falls will be a great one. She is in bloom right now. We have multiples of these, so there you go. Of course, we've got all the supplies that you need. This is a new little area that we created last week. And so used to have parking up here. It got a little too congested, so we've turned this into an area with all of the perennials. So your phloxes are in bloom, your veronicas. Look at this beautiful Wizard of Oz. How fun is that? It kind of reminds you of a salvia, but not, right? So it has that gorgeous, this is Wizard of Oz, does those pretty purpley blue blooms on it. So this is going to be, let me get my tag here. My cameraman is MIA today, so Jenny's flying solo. This is hardy in zones 4 to 8. It'll get about 14 to 16 inches tall, and the spacing is about 18 inches. So really fun. Love the habit on this. Very upright, would be gorgeous in the garden. And then can you imagine like putting some of the Nepeta underneath it? That chartreuse color would be great. And then this is brand new salvia from Proven Winners. This is the Live in Large Blue Sky salvia. Has those beautiful blue/purple flowers on it. Great for the pollinators, and it is a big one. You can see that it has more open habit to it, big huge fat leaves on it. Hardy in zones 3 to 8. It'll be 32 inches tall, 28 inches wide. I have this in my garden from behind the patio, and yeah, it's just doing wonderful. So brand new from Proven Winners. We have it. Y'all have been wanting it. There you go. We also have echinacea. Y'all have been asking for echinacea. We have got the echinacea out. So tons of different kinds of echinacea. This is a great, of course, way to attract your pollinators to your garden. Love the sun. They love those drier conditions. So whether you want oranges or yellows or whites or reds, the melon, the one in a melon, we've got those. All these beautiful colors, frankly, the color-coded, frankly scarlet, all of those as well. So echinaceas, this is a great time to plant those. And then bee balm, your Monarda, they are blooming. This is one of my favorites. This is the Leading Lady Raspberry. Now, typically we think of Monardas, bee balms, as being really big. Like Jacob's Klein is a great one, a classic one, but it's massive. So the Leading Lady Raspberry will only be 10 to 14 inches tall. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this one. And your pollinators love it. And your hummingbirds love it. It's gonna be hardy in zones 4 to 9. They do well in consistently moist soil. So if you've got an area that kind of stays a little damp, this is a good one. They will naturalize, not invasive, but they will naturalize and do really, really well. We have multiple colors of the bee balm so that you can choose whichever ones you like. And then the Agastaki, we have got, y'all been asking for this. This is the meant to be royal raspberry, which has the darker foliage and has those really pretty raspberry blooms. Not blooming yet, but what is blooming is its sister. This is the queen nectarine. Has a nice green, bright green foliage to it. And then that nectarine cantaloupe melon bloom color on it. Let's see if we can get that and show you. See that? Beautiful. Very upright habit. You can see where we're starting to get some of those stalks with those flowers on it. So very upright, loves the sun. It drinks the sun. Those drier, hot areas, Agastaki does great. And then of course your perennial grasses, we have got those as well. They are coming in quite nicely, whether you want Cheyenne Sky, which is really popular because it's shorter. The Apache Rose is going to be taller, and then of course Lemon Squeeze is very popular because it has that beautiful chartreuse color on it and is a little bit more petite as well. So it will get to be, and I say petite, 3 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. So not super petite, maybe mine are just stunted. They are up at the chicken coop in like the worst soil ever, but that's all right. All right, yesterday, let's flip around, you can see there. We got in the next shipment of caladiums. So these caladiums are going to be in those 8-inch containers, where the first one that we had came in the quart size containers. So these are going to be nice and big, beautiful size on them. Most of these caladiums can do sun or shade. And so let's see if I can, Cece and Jackson they're moving plants. So let's see here, look at this. Like, this is going to give you instant wow. Look at that, I can't even reach far enough away. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? So this is the bold and beautiful, sun or shade. So you can do either one, my friends. So on the tag, when you come and shop the garden center, it will say on the tag, like right up here, see it says sun and shade, both of those are together. That means it can do either one. If it was just a shade, you would have shade. So there you go. So yes, caladiums can absolutely do full sun and will be really happy in there. They thrive in the heat and humidity, my friends. If you are a southern gardener and you're not growing caladiums, man, you're missing out on one of the easiest, most beautiful plants ever. All right, let's just pause for just a moment and let's talk about some shade loving plants, because not everybody has full sun, right? And that, hey, that's what makes the world go round and makes the world beautiful. So let's talk about shade gardens for a second. All right, again, whereas Cece said, if you don't buy those crema roses, shame on you. If you do not buy these sublime hydrangeas, shame on you. Y'all, do you see all of the buds that are on these hydrangeas? Look how gorgeous they are. So this is I can't even think about it for a second. A smooth hydrangea, thank you. Brain just went bloop. So this is Invincibelle Sublime. It is on the tag it says sun to part shade, part sun. So if you are in a cooler zone, if you're in a zone 5, 6, you absolutely can put these in full sun. If you're in the south where I am with the heat and the humidity, they tend to fry in the hot afternoon sun. So they can absolutely do like sun up to like noon, 1 o'clock, but really, honestly, to keep them very happy, you need to give them shade in the afternoon or put them in filtered sun. This is a great color-specific hydrangea, and it's lime green. When I first saw it, I was like, I don't know that I'm really gonna like a lime green hydrangea. In the shade garden, it is the coolest, literally coolest color of the plant, and it just brings a whole different level of texture and beauty to the garden space. So Invincibelle Sublime, they are going to be in that 3 to 4-ish foot range. Beautiful, They pair great with your hostas. We have got, look at all of the eucharas right here. I mean, just tons of options for you to choose from. And all of these pairings will go really, really well together. So you don't have to worry about when you come to the garden center. Cece does an amazing job of displaying plants and grouping them with the same conditions. So if you see something that goes like that's grouped together in a setting, whether it is the nepitas and the salvias over here, all those plants could be in the garden together. So we're not going to pair a shade loving plant with a full sun loving plant, because that's just me. That just doesn't work well together. We're not going to style it for aesthetics. We're going to style it for the aesthetics and practicability of it together in there. So yeah, I mean, you have got tons of color still. There are tons of beautiful perennials. Absolutely, it is go time. I am planting my heart out right now, trying to get these plants in before the real heat of the summer hits. So lots of options for you to choose from. And one of the most popular social media posts that I did is this new perennial. You're going to love it. I don't know if you've ever heard the term Delosperma, but you may know ice plant. Well, these are ice plants, Delospermas, and there's two different varieties that we have. Okay, a couple of cool reasons why we love these plants. One is really fun because it is early in the morning. The sun is just coming up, and you will see that the flower buds are closed. They open and close with the sun. So in an hour, these are going to be fully open and absolutely gorgeous. Two, they make a great ground cover for that full sun dry area. So those hard places that is really challenging to get those plants to grow, these are going to be great ones to do that with, because they have that very like sedum like texture to it, like a succulent, very waxy, but they stay super low. And then the colors. So you're just going to have to trust me and look at the tag here. So we have the Kaleidoscope Pink Radiance. This is really what it looks like. You can see that it's rated for full sun, 2 to 4 inches tall, but when you flip it over, it will tell you that it is, the spacing is like 2 feet. So it really will spread for 2 feet. Hardy in zones 6 to 10, extremely, extremely versatile. Have this on the steps by the chicken coop, and that was that post that I made that people went nuts over it. If you don't like the kind of that purpley and the pink, then maybe you would want the Razzle Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle, of course, gets its name for those beautiful red and purple flowers. All the same specs, but it's just a different color. So these are so easy, but they do need those drier conditions with that full sun. Another one that we really haven't talked about is the some of the irises. So we kind of incorporated some irises this year. I already have the eyeliner. This is eyeliner. Have it behind the garden shed in that new bed I did last year, and eyeliner did great. Those plants are huge. So this is going to be hardy in zones 4 to 9, 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide basically, and it blooms in early summer. I would say one of those moderately damp areas. Ours is on drip irrigation and does great. Then we have a Japanese iris. This is new from Walter's Gardens. This is Pinkerton. Look at those blooms on Pinkerton. I want to put some of these like close to the pond. Beautiful, full sun to part shade. Of course, loves those consistently moist areas. Beautiful pink with a little bit of yellow in there. They're going to be 3 feet tall, basically 2 feet wide, hardy in zones 4 to 9. So yeah, so those are really fun. The phloxes, we've got those, of course. Lots of great different options for you all throughout. And then yeah, so lots to choose from here. A little known fact of when you come to the nursery and you're shopping for your shade perennials, you are more than welcome to come back here to this section that is in the back of the pines. If you're familiar, we have the hammock is right here, so we're literally at the back of the pines. You can walk all the way back here. This is kind of the growing zone, the nursery of the shade perennials. And so this is a great place where we can grow these shade loving perennials. You absolutely can come through here and shop if you wish. Some of them are going to be in different stages, but you can see there are tons of different hostas and ferns in here. So people will ask, can I go back there? Absolutely, you sure can. Look at these astilbes. We have got gorgeous astilbes right here that are getting ready to bloom. This is the Maggie Daly, and just got buds all over her. So of course, if you're going to come back here, these are going to be those plants that thrive in these conditions. They are underneath all of these pine trees. We do have the irrigation that runs with them, but like, look at these gorgeous autumn ferns right here. You know how much I love my autumn ferns. So we have got those. We have got the, I think this is Godzilla, which is a large Japanese painted fern. Just beautiful color on these guys. And then behind those, the Lady in Reds, one of my all-time favorite ferns, have this underneath the forest pansy bed. Oh my gosh, she is huge. She loves life. We've got the Aurelia, the Sun Kings in here. Beautiful chartreuse perennial. You grow this to have that beautiful chartreuse color. Of course, I have two of these near the kitchen, and they are massive and huge and stunning. With the Brunnera, you have got Brunnera in here. This is the Queen of Hearts. Wonderful for the shade garden, tends to be more deer resistant because of its kind of that hairy texture. We've also got Pulmonaria back here. I mean, my gosh, this one is the Pinkaboo, which is one of my all-time favorites because it goes from pink to blue, beautiful colors. And then, yeah, hostas. Hostas galore. You name it, we have got them. We also have, I think this is Spot On back here, that Pulmonaria. So we have those, all sorts of things. We joke though, I do have an area that is Jenny's stash. You'll see it, it is roped off, and we have a little sign, not for sale, Jenny's stash. So we just ask that please don't shop this area. This is the area where I keep my shade perennials, shade shrubs that I'm incorporating into other parts of the garden as time allows, which you know can be rare. But yeah, so these beautiful ones are ones that either like Walter's Gardens sent us or we were growing ourselves. Ones that I was growing out, like the Golden Shadows Pagoda Dogwood. Y'all, is this thing not beautiful? You're gonna see this one, not this specific one just like it, up when you come into the garden center, right at the entrance. It is beautiful and growing and gorgeous. I think I'm going to incorporate this one either near the pond or I'm going to add it to the house. Not really sure. And then these hostas. These hostas are going to go into probably the gardens here at the nursery. Again, it's just that little thing called time. We just got to have a little bit of time to get them in the ground. But yeah, I mean, you have got tons to choose from. So it doesn't matter what kind of hosta you're looking for, or you're looking for eucharis, we have got those. I mean, just goes on and on and on. And then of course you can shop all throughout the pines to your little heart's content. All right, so my cameraman joined me today as we are wrapping it up. But yes, so we would love to see you here at the Garden Center Wednesdays through Saturdays at 9 to 3. And we are here to help you. We are here for you just to come and explore, right? So if you have a full sun garden, we've got a garden for you to explore with that. If you have a nice shady garden, we have got that garden for you to explore too. People are asking all the time right now because it is very spectacular about these ferns. These are the ostrich ferns, and they are beautiful shade-loving ferns rather, that thrive in damp conditions. They will naturalize. We started with probably 20 ferns, and this year they are very happy and are very enjoying their life here at the nursery. So lots of ideas for you here that we would love to help you. If you need some help with a specific area, we ask that you take a picture of the area, both a big picture, so if it's like at the front of your house, give me the whole picture, show me your whole house, and then narrow in and give me different angles of that bed that you're looking for some help. Know your sun conditions, how many hours of sun does it get, morning, afternoon, and then your rough spacing. Is it 5 feet deep by 20 feet wide? Something like that. And we would be happy to help you kind of plan whatever it is that you want for your garden. But yes, Mother's Day. like I said, don't forget, is this Sunday. You can shop online, you can do the gift card, you can come here, lots of options for you. But as always, we hope you have found this fun, informative, and inspirational. If you will please like and subscribe. That way you don't miss the 5 videos that we do each and every week coming to you. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.